What things do you think are being hidden from the general population? The unfathomable amount of wealth that is off the books and hidden by the wealthy and/or dictators. I wouldn't be surprised if giant corporations regularly have large amounts of money stolen by hackers and that they would hide it in order not to have it affect their stock prices. The history hidden away in the Vatican archive. St. Peter's goes back to when the Romans had control of the city. I'd be most interested to see what information survived from Rome and Old St. Peter's before the current 1500s incarnation was built. The degree to which the people in charge have no idea what they're doing and are basically just winging it. A lot of under-the-table quid pro quo stuff in politics. Not necessarily with each other, but if I do this, company X donates some more, and if media Y says this, I let some information leak. There are USA health systems being hacked and I never see news in the news Reddit about it. I only know 2, but I bet there is more. Change Health System been down since February 21, 2024. Ascension Health Systems down since May 8, 2024. The AI we get to play with on every Windows 11 taskbar out there has absolutely got to be a freaking potato compared to what's on the bleeding edge. The amount of pharmaceutical residue is a pollution no one talks about that's in our waterways and oceans. Yes, states do their best to reduce other contaminants such as nitrates, mercury, trace metals and nasty bacteria. All of the drugs Americans consume and then get flushed into the sewers are not monitored. Smallmouth bass were developing male testes as well as female ovaries in the Susquehanna River in Pennsylvania. Most likely culprit was pharmaceutical residue from birth control pills found in the water. It all winds up in the ocean, and it really makes you wonder about how safe our seafood really is to consume. What absolute disarray the public school system is in. Unless you work in a school, you cannot even fathom how horrible it is. From insane behaviors to kids receiving diplomas and only being able to read at a first grade level, it is beyond broken. Kaiser works numbers and decides if it's cheaper for a patient to die vs paying for the treatments. They factor in that family will sue. Check out your new contract when you agree to Kaiser Insurance with that maximum $250,000 payout. Still don't understand how it is legal for a company to run insurance and owns a monopoly of hospitals. Insurance and hospitals are supposed to be checks and balances on each other. Military technology at the top level is definitely several decades ahead of what we're even aware exists. All the technologies and sciences that you can think, I wonder if the military will find a way to use that, are definitely either already in prototype stage, being actively developed, or are already in limited production. What toys the military currently has in their toy box. Rule of thumb is that the US military is usually 10 years ahead of the tech available to consumers, so they probably have some pretty wild stuff ready to go. The amount of radiation and pollution that all governments are collectively allowing corporations to create. There's a reason cancer and other diseases have been on the rise for 70 years. Plastics, oil, carbon monoxide, things we know about, and things we don't know about. But true history, I genuinely believe that there have been things discovered in the past that tell a different story of the past and are intentionally hidden. The true extent of the Catholic Church's abuse/cover-ups of abuse. Update. Wow, a lot of people like this one. I wanted to acknowledge that while my point about the Vatican stands, the Roman Catholic Church is not the only religious community that, even just through tradition, piety or shame, has to deal with people with religious authority abusing minors. This is of course abhorrent regardless of the source, and anyone guilty of this should be locked up forever. I just wanted to play fair here. I still think something was up when Hawaii got that text about an incoming ICBM. Like it was actually happening and somehow we were able to stop it. All the horrific animal and human experiments. Don't you think they died and tried to make a human-chimpanzee hybrid? When I was younger, I read a story in the news of a company that had come up with a bacteria that they would put into your mouth. This bacteria was harmless to people, but ate the bacteria that damages our teeth. It would have destroyed the dental industry. For some reason, I never saw it again. Right now. Hope. We need a collective pause after the pandemic. Social interactions have not recovered. Relentless drive forward has a high cost, but the people who could actually set the wheels in motion for social recovery aren't the ones who pay it. It's the decline of Rome, y'all. Experimentation on the general public and particularly on low-grade military members, mental hospital patients, the homeless without consent.